Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and I'm a Filipina and I live and work in Dubai for 5 years now. So I have a very active lifestyle in Dubai. So I just realized that I have a lot of content in terms of about my job, about my social activities, about my tips that I can share to everyone who are in Dubai and who wants to live and work in Dubai, and I feel like I can add value. So I started this YouTube channel. So in 2015, there is this budget airline called Cebu Pacific, where they actually fly from Manila to Dubai, direct flight. So they just started this direct flight, and they were like doing this promotional fare where you can get as cheap as $30 return or round trip. So I took advantage of that. But by that time I don't really have a knowledge about Dubai. I know there's Burj Khalifa and I know there's Burj Al Arab there, but other than that I really don't know anything about the country, about the city. But then since it was like a budget fare, a budget airline, I was kind of convinced to travel to Dubai in 2015 for my birthday. So that was July 2015. So I came here in July, and that time, since I didn't do a lot of research, I didn't know that July was the hottest month of the year in Dubai. And then so yeah, I just traveled, I just toured around. I went to Abu Dhabi, I went to Dubai, I went to Ferrari World, I went to the mosque, I went to Burj Al Arab, I went to the beach, etc. Under the heat of 42 degrees. But I mean, for me, I don't mind, because I grew up in a tropical country. But it's a bit like 10 degrees more than what I am used to experience before. But anyway, I discovered that Dubai is a very, very lively city, very vibrant, very ambitious. I have observed that it would be nice to experience Dubai for a longer time. I really felt that the 10 days was really short, and yeah, and this is like the first time that I saw a lot of different nationalities in one place. We have a lot of foreigners in the Philippines, yeah, but not as much as Dubai has. So yeah, after that trip, so after 10 days of touring around Dubai, I went back to the Philippines. I went back to my work. I went back to my usual daily routine, and yeah. And then after 2 years, that was a long gap. After 2 years, I started feeling burnt out. I started feeling really tired and stressed at my work. So I tried to resign, but then my boss that time requested me to extend, so they didn't allow me. But then eventually in 2018, they let me go, and in February 2018 I came here without any job. I was on a tourist visa, but actually I lied to my family and my friends there. I told them that I have a job waiting for me, but to be honest, I had a job waiting for me, but I didn't know the legality. I mean, I didn't sign any contract prior leaving the Philippines. I was just promised that there would be a job waiting for me. So and then eventually I came here, and then I met my boss, and I started working for a month, but I didn't sign any contract, and they didn't give me salary, and they didn't process my visa. So for a month I was working illegally. But that time, since I didn't know about the legalities, the law in the UAE, so I was stupid. So after that, well, most of you, I know most of you can relate to my story, like, coming to Dubai on tourist visa, trying to find a job. But that was in 2018 when pre-COVID, before COVID. 2018 was a bit okay-ish in terms of job hunting, but it wasn't easy because I barely had money that time. I just took the risk. I didn't have any good amount of money. I think I only had around 80,000 pesos when I left the Philippines, and I tried my best to get a job really fast, as soon as possible, so that before my cash depletes, and I need to send money every month, this stuff. So since the first job didn't really work out for me, I didn't have a salary for a month. I continued applying, but at that time they really, most companies really prefer people or job applicants to have experience in the Middle East, job experience in the Middle East. But I didn't have any job experience in the Middle East since I was new to Dubai at that time. But I have really a solid marketing experience for 11 years in the Philippines. But yeah, so to cut the story short, it took me 3 months before I finally get a proper job. Like, a proper job means you get your visa and you get a salary. But the stress that time without any job for 3 months and living illegally in Dubai. You just keep on changing and extending your tourist visa, especially for my nationality, for my passport. It's not it was really stressful that time, but I was really thankful for my friend. She recommended me to this company in Media City, and eventually I got my very first job after 3 months since I moved to Dubai. Ask me, those 3 months I was paying for the bed space where I was staying for 800 dirhams a month, and my budget for food, I cannot really remember, but I think I was just budgeting around 200 dirhams for food for a month. And transportation is, it's not a lot because I get to use the metro, and it was really very tight. And of course I had loans, borrowing money from friends. I just needed to survive. I just needed to have a job in Dubai, and then from there I know how to work my way through. So yeah, eventually I had a job, but it was, I started at 3,000 dirhams, okay, because that's what they pay to Asians, and that's the sad reality of being an Asian in Dubai. So lessons learned: first, do not work without any offer letter, without any contracts signed by both parties. Second, just be very, very vigilant, be smart, connect with a lot of people, attend a lot of networking events. Even if you're new to Dubai, just reach out to a lot of people. Third, when you're applying, what I did that time was I was sending my resume to 30 to 40 companies per day. So it can be relevant to my profession, or if you're willing to start another career, then okay, you can apply to other companies. Fourth, you need to be very smart in terms of your money. You have very limited money when you come to Dubai, so don't spend on you don't live that lavish Dubai life yet, but sooner or later you will reap that reward anyway. So I will be posting a lot of things about how I live my life in Dubai, the lessons learned, and tips about budgeting food, tips about budgeting on rent, tips about dating in Dubai, tips about how to spend your weekend wisely, etc., etc. If you find some value on this video, and if you want some more tips about living and getting a job in Dubai, about living the lifestyle in Dubai, just click subscribe, and I will share some more stories about my life in Dubai. Thank you.